Again! Fucking really? Wonder if there's a bucket around here.
James!
Ah, there he is.
We need to get a boat, James.
No, what you need is a therapist because you have a fucking problem, sir.
I need this. It's the only way I can help slay the Kraken.
And the Kraken in this metaphor being...
It's depression.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant my penis.
No, your penis is too beautiful to kill.
Alright, so, tell me. Why do you need a boat?
Well, see, the plan is, I was thinking we could get ourselves a boat and we could sail all the way out to the Caribbean and we could find Libertalia, James. The lost pirate paradise packed full of their pilfered plunder all ready and ripe for us to pinch.
You reckon you could put more peas into that?
Yeah, I tried to put more peas in there, but I couldn't think of any more.
Ah, so you're doing a pirate gig. I thought you were like Farmer Joe or something.
Get off my land and fuck off.
Sorry, what? Okay, just one question. Where are you getting all this information from?
Yeah, I'd be getting all this information from this here circle book from the future.
Yar! Let's go, Captain. Let's go find the booty.
Yar!
Salutations Cinemaskis, I'm Darkest101 and it has been a while since we went into some Uncharted territory. Shut the fuck up, it's the best pun I could come up with, alright? And I'm tired. Yes, I know, you probably want to see me review God of War 2018. Shut the fuck up, I'm aware, I've got a backlog of shit to go through. Not to mention, this year has been front-loaded with a lot of awesome games, and bugger it, I want to see how Nathan Drake is doing. I don't know why I expected anything different from you, Nate. Everything explodes when you're around. Jesus, you must be a nightmare at the barbecue. If you're unfamiliar with the Uncharted series, number one, what the fuck are you doing watching this review? This is the 4th game in the franchise. Anyway, if you needed a refresher, Uncharted 4 is a third-person action-adventure game with a focus between gunplay and, I want to say, platforming, I guess? You climb a lot of shit, I guess. And if you manipulate the game enough, Nathan Drake, the main protagonist, jumps like Mario. So there's that. Wait, did I make that joke in one of my earlier Uncharted reviews? Also, his jump animation reminds me of Mario. Shit! I made that joke in one of my earlier Uncharted reviews. I am repeating myself! That is not a good sign! So, Nathan Drake here is our main character, and he runs around, shoots stuff, and climbs on things. So, how does all of that work in this game? Well, pretty damn well, to be honest. In fact, this is the series' high point in terms of its gameplay, which, for the last entry in the series, that's sort of what you'd want. In combat, you use a combination of close-range melee and 2 guns, a sidearm and a bigger gun, obviously, and holy fuck was that combination fun to play around with in this game. Like, normally, third-person shooters, I'm okay at aiming, but I was fucking Hawkeye playing this game with a pistol. I do not think I was even a quarter of the way through this game before getting both headshot trophies, okay? That is how fucking accurate I was able to be with this game. And I'm, fairly crap at some games. You also come across a fair few parts of the game where you can stealth through certain combat encounters, going for a completely non-lethal sneak around, or you can snap everyone's necks like a goddamn ghost. Again, incredibly satisfying to completely silently take down a group of enemies and then walk on, leaving their cold corpses in your wake. That's a thing that I wrote. I should probably see someone, shouldn't I? The platforming and exploration is as well as you can expect from a third-person action game, but it feels a lot less restricted compared to previous games. It feels like you can climb and reach your objectives in a number of ways without it being confusing as to where to go next. The game does a decent job of directing you where to go and adds a couple of new things into the mix, like the use of the Python to jam into certain surfaces in the later half of the game to act as a temporary point to hang on to, or the use of slopes to slide to different points on an incline. But by far, the most fun addition is the use of the grappling hook. Okay, so this is like gonna be a weird thing to bring up in the Uncharted 4 review, but this is like the complete opposite to the fucking Batmobile from Batman Arkham Knight. It wasn't shoved down our throats in the marketing, it wasn't used every 5 minutes so that it became boring, it added to the gameplay without it being completely essential, and it was just a genuinely fun mechanic. Throwing Nate off of a sheer drop only to throw the grappling hook and swing back around felt so goddamn liberating! Especially if you used it to aerial smash some passing goon. And this leads me to summing up Uncharted 4. It is just fucking fun! Despite the foreboding subtitle of A Thief's End, and the fact that this was the 4th game in the franchise, this game simply felt fun. The combat wasn't overly challenging and offers you a multitude of different ways to proceed in combat encounters. The explorative side of things felt open and free without being directionless, and this game had some honestly pretty great puzzles, all things considered. And let's be honest, this game was about fucking pirates. I mean, the game was about pirates, it's not about, you know, pirates that were fucking. That probably didn't need elaborating, did it? Honest to goodness, Pirates of the High Seas. I mean, El Dorado was fun, Shambhala was okay, to be honest. Uncharted 2 is probably my favourite out of the original trilogy, not gonna lie, and Iram of the Pillars was also pretty great, but come on! Pirates. Although, if you compare it to the previous games where it's zombies, Yeti, Jinn, Pirates doesn't exactly sound as exciting. It sounds a little bit mundane in comparison. Now, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Uncharted 4 had a lot to live up to, is all I'm saying, and, well, I'll bring it up later, but for now, just keep the mundane nature of this adventure on the back burner. And just a quick side note, the fucking music in this game, like, there were some moments where I just had to pause and go, that is a fucking awesome soundtrack. Like, I couldn't tell you why it was so good, but in places of the game, the soundtrack made me just go, yep, you have helped sell this scene for me, composers. So with that in mind, let's get on with the rest of the game. You can play as Crash Bandicoot in Uncharted 4. This game wins the internet. Alright, so this game goes all the way back to the beginning for where Nathan Drake came from. Like you thought Uncharted 3 went back to his origins? Nope. Nate started out in a Catholic orphanage when his older brother, Sam, rocks up with a shiny new motorbike and... wait, hold on. Nathan Drake has an older brother. They actually do some clever lamp shading with this whole issue, which, to be fair, more than I was expecting from Naughty Dog. But then again, Naughty Dog just... they have to go above and beyond expectations, don't they? Bastards. So after Sam and Nate reunite to recover their mother's belongings after a fun little chapter where you break out of the orphanage, basically serving as your tutorial as how to climb shit, how do we transition from babyface Oliver Twist over here to present day Nathan Drake? Someone wanted them fucking orphan tears. So we kind of jump in this adventure already underway with Nate, Sam and their benefactor Rafe inside a jail in Panama. Boys, you are braver men than I. Well, actually looking at it, Nate, right there, I'ma think that this is still early days for you because, damn! Not really going to levels of details about this, just gonna leave that face with, damn! Also, you can kind of sort of tell this is like way at the beginning of Nate's adventures because you can tell there is no fucking way in hell Elena is gonna let any of this shit fly after the end of Uncharted 3. Anyways, why are they in Panama and what do they do to get into jail? Nothing, they just really had shit luck with their Airbnb. Rafe's connections did shit for the three of them, and now they're doing 10 to life. Joking, they're actually doing what we always do at the start of Uncharted, looking for the artifact that sets us off on a journey of absolute mayhem that is the rest of the game. In this case, it's a broken crucifix.
A crucifix. Technically, a crucifix is a representation of Jesus. It's not Jesus.
That's St. Dismas.
Yes, okay, thank you, Troy Baker. Can you perhaps pretend that I am a moderately aggressive atheist and don't know dick all about saints, please? I mean, God love him, he is talented. Jesus fuck is Troy Baker a talented voice actor, but he has the one voice and it is so easily recognizable. Like, here's the Troy Baker demo reel.
I'm Major Richard Blake.
You shitheads better get the hell out of my face, or I'm taking you down!
You people are outmanned and outgunned.
I've seen the horrors of what Dark Energon can do, Megatron.
I pissed the bed for the first time since grade school.
This power helped me escape hecatoncheires.
My name is DeWitt. I'm a friend. I come to get you out of here.
Get away!
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
It's just me, Betty. Is that what this is about? Look, Gortys is bad business.
It is the same voice almost every time. God love you, Troy Baker, but you have such a distinctive voice and you are everywhere. Doesn't mean I don't love you, though. I mean, if you could distill pure sex into a voice, it's Troy Baker's voice. I'm not saying that I would happily suck Troy Baker's dick if he asked me to in that buttery smooth voice of his, but, you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't. Anyway, why is this cross important, Troy Baker? Something about pirates. Some famous pirate's first mate was held in this prison, and this crucifix is related to him. The gang finds it anyways and start planning to leave the prison when their prison contract decides he wants to cut, which I guess is a good reason to have such a cool-headed business tycoon like Rafe on the team, yeah?
A deal. And if you ever cross me
Okay, absolute madman, let's just stab the prison warden, why not? That's, you are not a man of strategy, I can tell. I love this intro, by the way, the initial setup to the adventure, primarily because it serves multiple purposes. For one, it shows us the origin of this adventure, and for another, it introduces Rafe and shows his connection with the Drake brothers. And it also kind of explains why Nate never mentioned Sam after any of this, like during the other Uncharted games.
No!
And this is what happens when you fucking stab the prison warden, Rafe. Fucking rich kids, man. They just think you can get away with everything, don't they? Cut to 15 years later, and finally, Nate and Elena are married. We're not having to start this game off with the two of them starting their relationship again. Speaking of which, hashtag relationship goals. Like, my god, these two are such a power couple. Like, this little post-prologue segment in their home is just so cute. So, when does Sam come in and reveal to Nate that he's actually alive?
Yeah, I'm, looking for my little brother. It's about your height, a little bit leaner. Definitely less gray in the temples.
Oh, my dude, you just got pranked. Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh?
I mean, come on, you don't introduce Nathan Drake's older fucking brother, the fourth game in the franchise, and kill him off before you even actually start looking for the treasure. Not even mentioning the fact he's played by Troy Baker. Did I mention that Sam is played by Troy Baker? Just goddamn that voice! It's too good! So, Sam, how'd you get out of prison?
Nathan, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Does the name Hector Alcazar ring a bell with you?
Yeah, he's the drug lord.
Mm-hmm.
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
It's a funny story, but, last year he was my cellmate.
You're a lying sack of shit, aren't you? Like, I'm not the only one who thought that Sam was lying through his teeth right here. Or am I just a deeply suspicious person? I mean, I don't have issues. I don't have issues. My only issues are crippling depression and an unhealthy addiction to cinnamon-flavoured whiskey. I don't have a problem. So how do we get started on this adventure proper, eh? We break into a place and steal some shit, of course. I mean, come on, we're on an even Uncharted game. It's time to be thieves. And what thievery would be complete without Victor goddamn Sullivan? Ah, missed ya, Sully. Oh, guess who our villain is, by the way?
Victor Sullivan.
Where the hell are you?
Rafe.
Fucking Rafe, man. Rafe is not, however, alone, as we see he's taken to hiring Nadine Ross, South African mercenary, who quickly finds Nate after he steals the cross from the auction they're all at. And Naughty Dog. Look, Naughty Dog, you did a fantastic fucking job with these melee combat fights, okay? Like, I know it wasn't a focus, like, you were mainly just focused on, like, you know, the gunplay, which, yeah, fair enough. It's a third-person shooter game, but you did good with the fights. And then you made these mini-bosses with Nadine. I get you wanted to sell Nadine as this strong, badass female super soldier who can kick Nate's ass without even trying. I get it. And honestly, applause for doing this, because honestly, women can kick a guy's ass without being afraid of a bloody nose in return. Cool concept. Execution? You missed the mark by that much. The game restricts the way that you get to control Nate in these Nadine fight segments. Like, only these Nadine fight segments, by the way. You can't dodge her attacks, and your attacks and movements are much more restricted than they normally are. Which, you know, I get it. I get that they do this to sell Nadine as being better than Nate. They sell her as this badass. But they only manage to sell it this way by essentially tying one of Nate's hands behind his back. It's so obvious that you aren't meant to win this fight, but it doesn't make me feel like, how can I beat this woman? It makes me feel like, well, this is hardly a fair fight. So, whilst I respect Nadine as a fucking badass warrior woman, her boss fights are bullshit. Rafe, on the other hand, I don't know where to put him. Like, honestly, I don't know how to rank him with other Uncharted villains. I mean, he's better than the villains in Uncharted and Uncharted 3, but honestly, that's not difficult. But I don't know if he's better than Lazarevich. I will say that giving Rafe this long-standing history with Nate makes their rivalry feel so much more visceral and real. And he doesn't come across as one note either. I mean, you can easily sum up Rafe in one word. Sure, it's Raph, by the way, not very subtle, Naughty Dog. But he is charming in a certain way, but also slimy and witty, and of course he is batshit mental a lot of the time. Yes, give it to me, Uncharted 4. Give me that memorable antagonist. So with their next clue snatched right from under Rafe's nose, Nate and Sam end up having to look under his feet in order to find the next clue to Henry Avery's treasure, where it appears he was sending out invitations to various pirates and rogues to join him in King's Bay in Madagascar. Whilst there, they discovered that Henry Avery and 11 other pirates had joined forces and established a pirate colony they named Libertalia, where they hoarded the collected treasure of every pirate, privateer and criminal runaway and founded their own society. This adventure, it's fucking good, yeah? It's fucking... I feel like we're all forgetting something, though. I feel like we're forgetting something on this adventure.
How's the Malaysia job going, Nate? Seems like you're a hair off course.
That's what we were forgetting, see? We were forgetting that Nate's a fucking idiot and he's been lying to his wife this entire time because he doesn't fucking appreciate the good that he has! You make me frustrated, Nathan! Nate and Sam end up going on alone to the island, discovering, as they do, that the founders of Libertalia had swindled their colony out of their hoarded goods and set up a community of their own. The pirate version of Beverly Hills, where the 12 pirate captains slouch back on their stolen gold. Oh, it is at also this point that Nate realizes that Sam is full of shit.
What the hell are you talking about, Nate? Hector Alcazar died in a shootout in Argentina like 6 months ago. I'm the one that got Samuel out.
Ha! Pranked! Ha! Got him!
Ah, Sam, you're just a fucking asshole. He's your baby brother, for fuck's sake. Just because you've got a receding hairline, you have to lie to him? Honestly, Samuel, what do you have to say for yourself for this absolute betrayal of Nathan's trust?
I just need Sam.
Wait, now you're making a mistake.
Don't listen!
Okay, yeah, you took a bullet for him. Fair enough. You're still on thin fucking ice. Nate is, however, saved from certain death by the biggest hero of them all, which is his badass wife. Which, relationship goals, people. These two are hashtag relationship goals. Like, no word of a lie, playing this game with Elena by my side, I don't know, man, it just felt right. It was my favourite part of the game, just running through the island looking for Sam to rescue his lion ass. Also, if you are a long-time fan of the franchise, you would be assuming that right now would be the time where all the supernatural shit would be going down on Uncharted 4, yeah? Well, this is where that mundanity comes back. Sure, we're after pirate treasure and Avery is clearly a mental bastard, but the key difference here is that Nate never went after the treasure for his own profit. He sought after El Dorado, the Chintamani Stone, and the Ram of the Pillars because they were all goals he wanted to achieve. But Henry Avery's treasure? Nate was out of the game by this point. Sam is the one who wants the treasure, and that's why Sam is the focus of the twist. The twist in other games would be to show why these treasures shouldn't be recovered, but Nate has been through this 3 times already, so he knows they should be left well enough alone. All Nate's concerned with is getting his brother out alive. Am I still a little disappointed that they didn't go full Black Pearl on us and made us realise, ooh, the treasure's haunted? Yes, of course I'm a little bit disappointed, but I get what they're going for and I understand, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with where this is going. Or maybe the treasure is cursed because when Nate and Elena reached the gated penthouse community of New Devon, they discovered that the founders of Libertalia started killing each other to hoard the treasure themselves. Cue a big climactic gunfight on the beach where Nate and Elena rush to Sam's rescue to save him from Rafe and Nadine's forces, culminating in Sully saving the day with a goddamn rocket launcher. And that's kind of the end of the adventure there. I mean, it seems a bit anticlimactic though. I mean, we didn't even kill Rafe, you know?
Sam! Bitch! Sam, come on! Huh? Hey, come on, just jump, I'll catch you.
Sam, don't do it.
No.
Samuel, don't do it.
I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
Sam, don't. Ah, you did it. Fucking asshole. Alright, so now you have to go pull Sam's head out of the fire. Again. And honestly, this is just some of the most awe-inspiring platforming in this game. Like, my god, climbing down the inside of a mountain where Avery's ship and all the treasure is docked, it's just such an indescribable feeling to just climb down, seeing that magnificent, perfectly maintained ship. It's such a bizarre thing to stick with me about the ending of this game, but it did. It really did. And then a not so bizarre thing to stick with me was the boss fight. So everyone's on a boat, Sam, Nate and Rafe. I mean, Nadine was there as well, but then she saw the boat was on fire and was like, nah dude, I'll see you later. So the boat's on fire, Sam's pinned by a beam, and Rafe is just continuing to be the worst human. So the opening segment in the prison in Panama at the beginning of the game does a couple of things. It shows that Rafe is a crazy bastard, but it also sets up a connection between Nate and Rafe. It sets up a sense of rivalry that Rafe feels towards Nate. Nate, he doesn't give a fuck, but Rafe? I mean, they both started out looking for Henry Avery's treasure, but Nate left Rafe behind, and Nate became a legend. He found El Dorado, Shambhala, the Iram of the Pillars, and Rafe, he's just been fucking digging in the dirt in Scotland looking for the same sort of recognition. So, despite knowing Rafe for only one game, this boss fight feels like it has so much more history behind it. It's fucking well crafted, as per fucking usual, Naughty Dog. Just slow down. And it ends with a sword fight, which, you know, has a little bit more of a final boss feeling to it. It's easily the second best final boss of the series, and it has, yeah, I'd say it has a pretty fucking badass death for Rafe.
I earned this. All of it.
You want the treasure, Rafe? It's all yours.
And that's it. Rafe ends up dead, the treasure ends up sinking to the bottom of the bay, Sully and Sam go off on their own adventure, and Nate and Elena continue to be the best couple ever. How do I know they continue to be the best couple? Because this fucking epilogue, man. You get to explore their new home years later as their fucking daughter. In the beginning of the game, you start with Nate reminiscing about his previous life as an adventurer, and now, as his daughter, you discover his previous life as an adventurer. I don't know what it is, but hearing Nate recount the opening to Uncharted Drake's Fortune, it filled me with the most fucking intense nostalgia possible, and I didn't fully understand it. And then I remembered that Uncharted Drake's Fortune is 12 years old now! Feel old yet, fuckers? Because I know I sure as shit did when I found that out. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Uncharted 4. Honestly, I went into this not expecting to enjoy it anywhere near as much as I did. I think it's safe to say that the even Uncharted games are clearly the best ones, but this feels like the perfect bookend to the franchise. A really well-told story with, admittedly, the most predictable twist, not gonna lie, but it was a well-told story regardless. It had one of the better villains of the series, had some great set pieces without them feeling over the top, and it was just a fun game. And again, that fucking epilogue, like, that was just pure, unfiltered nostalgia right there, that epilogue. And yeah, Uncharted 4 can definitely hang with Uncharted 2 as one of the better games of the franchise. And you know what? This game can get slapped with a big old round dark rating of 80.
For God and liberty, asshole. Yeah, it sounded better in my head.
Right, now that I've done my third review for the year, I can go to sleep for the rest of the year. I am not 100% sure if I'm joking or not, but if I do come up with another review before the end of the year, I will probably see you all in August. If you have a suggestion for a future review, please leave it in the comments section below. And as always, I've been Darkest101, you have been watching Darkest101 Reviews. Thank you for watching, happy fucking nightmares.